Hi, Titan. Welcome to my garden. Thank you for joining me in my garden today. I wanted to take a moment to introduce this week. It's going to be a little different than weeks past because you're going to have a lot more choice in your assessment at the end of the week. So, heredity is super important, and it's obviously kind of cool to learn about. Oh, I get my hazel eyes from my dad, and my hair color from my mom, and that kind of thing. I think that it's also really important for you to understand the purpose and relevance behind studying genetics. Genetics is in the news all the time. It is current, it is new, there are new technologies coming out all the time. When I first started teaching, they were just trying to figure out the human genome and the Human Genome Project. We've covered that since like 2002. Now our knowledge of genetics has exploded. So you're going to have an opportunity to choose from 4 different topics. I want you to learn about all 4 of them so you can have a base of understanding. But once you learn about them, then you are going to have an opportunity to choose one to do a product assessment on. So you can choose a genetic disorder and research something like cystic fibrosis or progeria, the premature aging disease, or Down syndrome, also known as trisomy 21. And then you would be creating a Google slideshow on it. You can also research epigenetics. And in epigenetics, you learn how certain genes get turned on and turned off. I have a personal experience with epigenetics. Being a vegetarian, vegan, most of my life, I used to eat peanuts all the time. And then I became pregnant with my son, Riley. And after he was born, I couldn't eat peanuts anymore. For like 5 years, I was allergic to peanuts. And now I'm not anymore. So what is that? Epigenetics. For whatever reason, environmental conditions, being pregnant with my son, who was also allergic to peanuts and still is, turned this gene on in me. And so we learn a lot about how our environment actually affects the genes that we have. And how so your genetics isn't just, hey, you have what you have. There's actually a huge environmental component that comes with it. So you can research that. The other option is to research genetically modified foods, specifically in the crops that we grow. You've eaten GMOs. Everyone has eaten GMOs here in the United States because it makes up a bulk of our wheat, our corn, our soy, and our sugar. Is that good? Is it bad? There's a lot of debate about that. And so you're going to learn about that too. The final opportunity is something that is incredibly recent. This is genetic engineering, but related to something called CRISPR. And so they've been able to actually find a way to precisely go in and cut out genes. And this could be a promise for the future. This could cure my stepmom's breast cancer. This could cure Alzheimer's and diabetes and really any kind of genetic disease that's out there. The promise of it is so amazing and incredible. So in this slideshow, you're going to watch a video about each of these topics, and then you're going to take a little quiz, just so that I see that you've learned about all the topics, and you will be graded on accuracy. So make sure that you're using your resources when you take that quiz. And then you're going to choose a project. All of them are linked in the slideshow. All you need to do is click on it and it'll tell you exactly what to do. I'll also furnish you a rubric so you know how I'm going to be grading you at the end of the week. And then the other thing is this week, I am not going to do a class meet. What I want from you is this. Because each of you is choosing individual projects, once you get started, if you have a hiccup or if you have a question or you just want me to kind of take a look at what you've done, send me an email and I'll set up an individual meet with you. And that way I can kind of personalize the experience for you. We could take 1 minute, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you need. And I can help you make sure that you turn in a phenomenal project to get a really good grade this week. Okay, so hopefully you'll understand. I think that this is really awesome to learn about how genetics affects us right now. This is current, this is happening, and it definitely affects you, and it will affect your future as well as mine. So hopefully you'll enjoy the content this week. It'll lead into evolution next week as kind of our final main push of content. And then we're out of here. The year is over. So I hope that you enjoy this week and that you learn a lot. And I'll be looking forward to your emails. Take care.